And we back. A couple days ago, we got the all-NBA teams for this season. We got the all-rookie team, the all-defensive team, but today we're focusing on the all-NBA team. It's basically the top 15 players in the league, voted by the media, obviously, voted by the media. And in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at this list all the way down to the early 2010s and see if we can name everybody that made an all-NBA team. Should be a lot of fun, but let's head over to it. Can you name the all-NBA player selections from the 2010s? So that's from, of course, 2018 all the way back to 2009, 2010. At the bottom, we haven't played it just yet. Super excited because this just gives me a way to talk about what happened. Let's start off with this year's probably MVP, James Harden. You see his name wasn't for the 2015-2016 season because that was the year he averaged like 25, 27 points per game. And the NBA media was like, you know what? He's not one of the top 15 players in the league. I don't know. This year he's got it. Last year he got it. The year before that, no. The year before that. Just knows James Harden has been on a tear for years and years. But in 2015, 2016, they disrespected him. This one is Damian Lillard, and a lot of people are disagreeing with the Damian Lillard pick. Personally, I think that's who it should be. I don't remember. I made a video specifying who I thought should be in that role. I don't remember if I had him on first team or second team, but nonetheless, he deserves to be an all-team NBA player. Next, we got Kevin Durant, and then Anthony Davis. First team, stacked. Second team, we got Russell Westbrook. DeMar DeRozan, surprised a lot of people that he was on a second team and a third team, but again, I can agree with it. This was his best year, maybe not statistically, like, I think last year he averaged 27, this year he averaged like 25, but it was his best year for his team play and all of that, even though, of course, how the playoffs worked out. But this is a regular season award, remember that. Regular season award. Okay, it's been a minute since I had to spell his name. Oh, there we go. There we go. We got it. And then Spurs LaMarcus Aldridge with a reviving of his career. Not that it was dead or anything, but look, this is his first time making the list since 2016. His first year on the Spurs, he was third team. He made it all the way up to second team here. And then we got Joel Embiid. Y'all gotta remember, these are regular season awards, man. So that whole Damian Lillard thing, a lot of people are upset because they were like, man, Damian Lillard got swept in the playoffs. But again, it's regular season. We got Jimmy Butler, Paul George, and then Karl Anthony Towns. Victor Oladipo is the one guy on this list that you can definitely say that nobody expected him to make an all-NBA team coming into the season. Everybody else you got the case for, but not Victor Oladipo, unless you were Nostradamus, which means you can predict the future. Next, we got Kawhi Leonard. Cannot wait for him to be back on the court. I don't know where it's gonna be at. I'm guessing it's still gonna be at the Spurs, but you never really know. And the Utah Jazz, my boy Rudy Gobert, man. Rudy Gobert deserves to be third team. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna be the one to say it. But since he missed 21 games, well, there you go. John Wall. Is this Klay Thompson? No, that's gonna be Draymond Green, right? Draymond Green, and then Clippers is of course Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan. Yo, I forget about DeAndre Jordan because now that he don't got CP or Blake with him, he's still good, but he's just not all NBA caliber no more. Think about it. 2015, 2016, he was by the league, he was the best center in the game, according to the media. And this year, I ain't even think about him getting a vote. I don't even know how many votes he got. Probably not many. Then you got Cousins, his first time on this list, even though, the dude has been really good for a long time. Just not the right situation, not the right situation. And then Drummond, this is the year they made the playoffs. Next, 2015 season. This is Marc Gasol. I don't know if that's Defensive Player of the Year, but this is the year that him and Powell both made the NBA All-Star game, and they tipped off against each other. That was pretty dope. Third team, this is going to be, of course, Kyrie Irving. Other people are upset that Kyrie didn't get a nod because he had a really good season, so I can understand it, but you don't know. Spurs, it's going to be TP? No. We talking about Duncan? Man, in 2015, Duncan was still a top 15 player in the league. That's just, that lets you know of his longevity. The Bulls, a center, my boy Joakim, that is the year that he got some MVP votes. Yeah, don't forget. Once upon a time, he was pretty good. Not so much in today's game, but once upon a time, he was really good. This is going to be Kevin Love before the trade. The Rockets, that's the Dwight Howard, man. And the Dwight Howard, the first team in 2012, third team in 2013. It was just a couple years ago, but Dwight Howard was the number 2 center in the league, according to the media. But we forget because he kind of fell off. Suns. Ooh. Bobcats is Jefferson, Al Jefferson. But the Suns, we're gonna have to come back to 2014. That's probably Amari Stoudemire. But we can't spell Stoudemire. Never can. This is, of course, Kobe. We about to get a lot of points. We had 105 to 109. 4 years of Kobe being first team. And I think LeBron just passed him as the most of all time. So Kobe, of course, was the man. Y'all know this. Then we got, of course, Melo in New York. Let me change this a little bit so you can see everything. Melo, New York. Back to the Lakers. 2012, a center. That's Bynum. Man, how he fell off fast. We got Wade. Probably Rondo. This is, Dirk. What? I had to think for a second. Obviously Dirk. And then back to New York. This is the year of Tyson Chandler. Don't forget, Tyson Chandler was a bad guy back in the day. Oh, I forgot this Warriors one here, 2013. That was before Steph Curry. As a power forward or forward, that's got to be David Lee. There we go. Back to the Bulls. That was Derrick Rose, man. Y'all know my feelings about that. Back to the Knicks. I'm not too sure. Spurs. We already did Parker, right? We already did Parker. Yes. We already did Duncan. Is this Manu? In 2011, was Manu coming off the bench and he made a third team? Or was this one of the years that he started? I don't remember. Grizzlies. We already did. We had already did Marc Gasol, so it's got to be Zach Randolph. Atlanta Hawks, Horford. Horford deserves some votes. Of course, he got votes, because he had a fantastic season this year. Back to the Suns. Is that Steve Nash 2010? That is Steve Nash 2010. Utah Jazz, Darren Williams. Once upon a time, Darren Williams was a better player than Chris Paul. I know, it's wild to think about that they were like competing. Who's the best point guard in the league? Those two guys were competing. And now one guy is still playing at all-star caliber level, Chris Paul, and one guy's out of the league. Back to the Suns. I think this Suns, the Knicks, the Suns of, no. Oh no, that Suns is a guard. That's Goran Dragic. Yeah. So I think this Suns is Amari Stoudemire. That Knicks is also Amari Stoudemire. This Trailblazer is Brandon Roy, probably. Yeah, 2010 was a crazy year. Joe Johnson, Milwaukee Bucks center. 2010? No way. What? Have I been really sleep on Bogut's production throughout his career? I do not remember him being a third-team All-NBA player. Okay, so we got two left, and I think these is Amari Stoudemire. Yes! Boom! Perfect. The average score is a 98, okay? This was not supposed to be tough. This was supposed to be just a way for us to talk about what's going on around the league, okay? So, I mean, we even beat the average, though. That means, like, what's the one player on this list that somebody forgot? It was maybe Amari Stoudemire. Or maybe it was Bogut. Or maybe some people too young to remember how good Brandon Roy was. Whatever. Nonetheless, we got 100%. And it was a good one. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave it a like. In the comment section below, let me know what you think about the All-NBA team. Because again, there are some controversial stuff, whether it be Damian Lillard, whether it be Kyrie Irving not getting there, or Karl-Anthony Towns getting there. There are a lot of controversial things in this list. So you let me know what you think. Again, I can relatively agree with everything that went on in this one. We're a couple hours away from a really big game in Golden State. Chris Paul is out, but you never really know, man. You never know how things are gonna go. So it's going to be a good one nonetheless. Thank y'all so much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow. Peace.